Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, we're talking a little bit of Hard Knocks. Episode 3 episode just dropped, talking about the breakdown, all the things I have to say about what went on in that episode. So let's hop right into it. We start off with Saleh giving another one of his pre-episode speeches, this one on competition.
All right, 4 levels of competitors. All right, there are 4 of them. All right, these 4 levels represent a mindset that we all have complete control over. External factors like playing ability and injuries have no bearing on which level we stand. All right, what are these 4 levels of competitor? You've got commanders, you've got competitors, you've got contenders, and you've got survivors. I promise you, everybody in this room falls into one of these categories. At the bottom are your survivors. A survivor is someone who does just enough to get by. He coasts through his day and does not maximize his mental capabilities. This group loves taking the easy way out. They love it. And they're so fucking miserable that they will do everything they can to bring you along with them. The sad part is, every organization has at least one. And I promise you, you can't hide. The next level of competitor is a group of contenders. A contender is someone who is motivated by external factors like playing time, money, fame, or the person he's going against. He will only reach his potential if the external motivators are threatened. Third level, the one we seek, is a group of competitors. A competitor is someone who is internally motivated to be his best regardless of the situation. His place on the depth chart does not matter. Money does not matter. Fame does not matter. He is always trying to absolutely be his best. He can't be swayed because he's already maxing out his potential. This fucking dude is trying to PR every day of life. He's got a championship mindset. And when you have a championship mindset, you embarrass the shitty ones and you make the great ones look normal. Final one is the commander. He basically has all the traits of a competitor with one exception. He brings people with him. Which one are you? You can't hide who you are. Reality check for the offense, and I'll say this for the O. You were invited to a party by the defense, and it took you a little bit to show up. The defense pissed you off rather than, I'm going to hit the ground fucking running. But by the time you respond to getting punched in the fucking mouth, it's too late. It's too late. In a game, in any situation in life. Offense, thank the defense for inviting you to the party, and then defense, thank you for coming to the party, because now we can all get fucking better together. That's the mindset. Your teammates going hard, thank you for pushing me to go above my comfort zone. We want a group of competitors, and that's what we've been building the last 3 years, is a group of men who are intrinsically motivated to be their absolute best. It is a standard. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's your DNA. Competitors. That's what we want.
Saleh saying there's 4 levels of competitions. There's survivors, there's contenders, there's competitors, and there's commanders. Now, obviously, you want to have a whole room full of commanders because they lift everyone up from the ashes and, brings them along with their success. But the Jets have focused on getting competitors into this organization. Joe Douglas and Saleh have consistently gone after guys. They've drafted guys that were captains on their college teams, guys that have proven leadership in the past so they can provide leadership in the future. This goes from top down. Talk about late round draft picks. Literally every player that the Jets are looking at almost has to be a captain on their team. It's really cool to see that this is where they're kind of keeping their heads at. And this whole episode sort of followed that competition level theme throughout the whole thing. We got to see a little bit of Zach, a little bit of Gibson and Tanzel Smart and what was the other one? We saw, had it jotted down. What did I do? Who was the other one? Oh, Cap doing the Slim Shady Cap. That was great. All right. Lots of stuff to go into, so I'll try to go down through the timestamps and hit it as we go. We got to see Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall sort of interacting. Dalvin Cook obviously signed last week. They didn't have the footage in the last episode. Breece Hall coming back from rehab, hits 21 miles an hour on the radar gun on the slant pass to Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely wild. You got Hackett introducing himself to Breece Hall like he's never met him before. Oh, hi, what's your name? Breece Hall? My name's Nathaniel Hackett. Love it. Absolutely love it. Nate Hackett's one of my favorite personalities that we've seen come into this organization over the last year. And after everything that went down in Denver, I did not really know what to expect from Hackett other than like, okay, he's Aaron Rodgers' best friend and he knows the offense and all that. But like, I legitimately really like Nathaniel Hackett. He's a very easy person to like cheer for on the sideline or at least just sort of enjoy. And I think Hard Knocks and One Jets Drive are kind of highlighting that. You see it at training camp too. Like he is animated. I love it. Absolutely love it. You get to see Woody Johnson getting his iced out necklace. Well, I'm not going to lie. When Woody Johnson started taking down the shirt and like, I was like, oh no, we're going to see an Aaron Rodgers tattoo a la Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan. But no, he got the Woody ice chain. I thought that was really cool. Woody Johnson has definitely come a long way. I feel like there was a point in time where he sort of was viewed as like this, you know, kind of behind closed doors, stiff. He was the owner. Now it feels like he's not just owning a team. He wants to be part of the team. And it's kind of a weird thing to say. And I'm sure he probably wouldn't like me saying that, but I do think he feels more like he's ingrained with this team. And I feel like he's trying to open up more to, you know, the players and everything like that. And Matt and I were talking about this on the recap too. It's been really refreshing watching his dynamic with the rest of the players and with the team overall. So I thought that was fun. I thought him getting the necklace was really neat. Mike Evans calling Quinnen Williams fat.
Mike Evans called me fat. He called me fat, bro. Mike Evans. Bro, I lost weight this offseason. I look fat. Now I'm self-conscious, bro.
Yeah, I would say you're not skinny.
Damn, bro.
Pretty thick.
Thick?
But I think you fit for a non-skinny.
Oh, you think rewind it. Do I look good to be 300 pounds? Okay, cool.
You proportionate.
Fuck you, John.
Quinnen Williams like legitimately took offense to this. Hey, I'm trying to slim down, man. Like I love Quinnen. I don't know how he has that switch in his head that goes from like lovable teddy bear to like insane maniac on the field. I'm gonna rip your head off.
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, dude.
Good to see you. What's up, Steph? Look good, buddy.
Oh, good to see you, man.
Good to see you. How you feeling?
I'm doing good.
You're 17, like.
Special.
Hey, bro. Yeah.
I was so fucking quick. I'm like missing the wrong shoulder because he fucking gets out of his break so damn quick.
On the out down there?
Yeah.
I saw that. But did you see him grab it and pull it forward?
Yeah. Yeah, he's special though.
He gets it.
Best part is he's a good dude. He's a good kid. He cares
A lot
about
of those
it.
guys.
17's Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is absolutely electric. And you heard the Bucs players talking like, oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams was his guy. I don't know if he has his guy here, but no, Garrett Wilson is his guy. There was a quote at the very beginning of the episode.
I was just talking to 12 or 8, and he was just telling me, you know, we had a lot of mistakes in our room today. Just basic stuff, little things, right? Like, we can't have that. And it's all cool right now, but I'm telling you, one day he's going to lose his shit. It's going to happen if it continues to go the way it's going right now. Because if he don't trust you, he's not going to throw you the ball. I can promise you that. If he don't trust you, he don't not like throwing interceptions. So if he can't trust that you're going to run the right route, he's not going to throw it.
But Cobb is pointing out, hey, you make a mistake on the field and Rodgers can't trust you, you're not getting the ball again. That's not going to happen. He's going to throw the ball to you and he's going to trust that you're going to make the play. If he's in a pressure situation where he has to make that decision in the future and you've dropped a pass or you've caused a penalty or you've been, not up to snuff, guess what? You're not getting the ball. And I really like that because I think it puts a lot of importance on practice and attention to detail. And I feel like you've seen a lot of that this year with the with the heightened level of urgency, I think, with Rodgers being here. You got to see how Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb are translators for Garrett Wilson going through training camp. I think we all kind of expected that. You got to see Randall Cobb with his kids. He got to announce kid number 3 on the way. Congratulations, Randall Cobb. Very cool. I just had baby girl number 2, like literally 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, as of today, as of Wednesday. So very cool. So congratulations to you. The Carcucci board makes a 3rd appearance. They've brought it now up in 3 separate episodes. I don't know if they're going to be able to link it into the next 2. Aaron Rodgers got punched in the face by Robert Saleh's kid. They were doing a handshake, and I guess he went for it and like hit him. What are you doing, little Saleh? This guy's got to be wrapped in bubble wrap. Don't get punching our quarterback. Then we got to talk about the rookie show. The rookies got their 2nd attempt at the rookie show, and it did not disappoint. I thought my favorite part was going to be when they started singing I Want It That Way, because, man, I do love it. Some I Want It That Way. But Cap coming out with the Slim Shady rap. Oh, 8 Mile, like so cool. Had the hoodie on and everything. The crowd, the players were absolutely loving it. Like hearing them chant with it, I'm like, oh, let's go. No pucks, none. Perfect. Absolutely awesome to see. We got to see the little clip from Aaron, not Aaron. Well, I guess it was of Aaron Rodgers and of Zach Wilson sitting in the locker room talking about like Zach putting on the headband. You're wearing that thing again? He's, legitimately, I get sweat in my eyes. I can't see. Is that why you were bad the last 2 years? I hope it's not. You better have been wearing that sweatband. I'm glad you're wearing it. What else are we talking about? They showed Zach's spin move again and the interaction between him and Rodgers. Rodgers saying like, oh man, I got shit for like 45 seconds after that play because everyone knows. Mecole Hardman's going up to Rodgers saying like, we don't want you to throw us the ball. We'll make the plays happen. You don't do that. Zach Wilson legitimately looks like he's having fun. There is a childlike enthusiasm and smile and aura about him. And that's not a bad thing at all. It's fun to see this because I feel like there was definitely a part of the fan base, and I know myself included, at one point during the course of the last 2 years where he kind of put off those spoiled rich kid vibes. And I feel like seeing him through Hard Knocks, One Jets Drive, and just his interaction with his teammates, it feels like a ton of weight has lifted off his shoulders, and he is just happy to be here. And him running along the sideline, taking jabs at Aaron Rodgers, like it reminds you that he's so young. He was drafted at 20 years old. He's only 23 years old right now. He's so young, and he can continue to keep growing, and having this type of mentorship, this big brother in Aaron Rodgers that he is starstruck to be around, is so incredible for his development. And I think if there's any shot that he develops, it's going to be in this situation here, regardless of how long Rodgers is here. Like, I know Zach is under contract for the next 2 years. We're probably not going to exercise his fifth-year option if I had to guess. But 2 years, let's say Rodgers wants to play 3. I think there's a really high likelihood that Zach, in that sort of situation, would sign a 1-year kind of backup hold it deal and wait until the next year, because I think the Jets are clearly putting a lot of effort into trying to develop him while also going for a ring and bringing in his idol and all these weapons and all these different things. It feels like he's finally getting the nurturing environment that he's really needed these last few years here. What else were they talking about? Go out of bounds. He says, no, I wanted to score. The mustache looks great. We're on TV. Matt and I were talking about we might have to do playoff mustaches at some point. Green Bean, we're going to exclude you from that. You can't do the mustache. You got to keep the beard. But for those of you, if we make the playoffs, we might have to do playoff mustaches. So just heads up if that's going to happen. Morstead running off the field after a PAT. I've never noticed this before.
Watch it.
This little blur go past, like no motion blur. It's just him running right past to the sideline. He's like, yeah, I just got to stay loose. It's just something I got to do. Dude, I was a kicker. I understand it. Weird things. Kickers are like, he's a punter, so a little less stress than like a field goal kicker, but you got to stay loose. You're only on the field like 5 to 10 times as a punter. I mean, you don't want to be on the field 10 times, but hopefully you're on the field like less than 5 times as a punter because your team's scoring. So it's tough to stay loose and stay tight. And obviously if you get that little bit of sprint, it keeps you where it's got to be. And then it ends the episode with the Karate Kid coming in saying,
to succeed in life in all aspects, you need to find balance.
It feels like we have balance in all facets of the game. The offense should be clicking on all cylinders the way the defense clicked last year. It might take a little bit of time to get the offensive line together, get everyone on the same page, but I do think this offense is not going to lag behind the way it used to lag behind when we had it literally every other year that I've been alive, I think. Pretty sure. So that balance, even in special teams, throw in special teams. Kicker, we got a kicker. We got our good punter back. Like literally we let him leave and we're like, okay, get back here. Braden Mann, you're gone. Offense, defense, special teams. This team is balanced. If you want to win a ring, this is the type of formula you have to have. You have to have competitors on your team. You got to have a few commanders to lead them along the way. We got our veteran leadership in the building. Boys and girls, let me know your thoughts of episode 3 of Hard Knocks. Did you like it? Did you love it? What do you want to see from episode 4? We only got 2 episodes left, so I'm really excited. I'm hoping we get into the Mekhi Becton stuff. I think that might happen next week. maybe the week after that, depending on what happens with him potentially starting going into the season. I think that has a lot to do with it. But guys, let me know your thoughts and comments of this episode down below in the comment section. And as always, go Jets.
Jets!